He doesn't want to share his lollipop.
Gotta send one to me.
We can handle the spiciness.
Here, friend, take it.
Well, hello everyone. Welcome to Quest Unplayed. I have no idea what Zach is holding. He is eating that candy right now. But I am George, the co-host of Quest Unplayed. And Quest Unplayed is a game podcast where three of us plus usually a guest just talk about games and hang out together and talk about the devs game usually. And today's quest is joined by Anthony.
Hello, everyone.
Zach.
Yeah.
And we have another guest, Matt.
That's Matt.
Hello.
All right.
This game's dope.
Yeah, that game is actually dope. Before we start,
A little too dope.
this podcast is sponsored by Minimap, your ultimate gaming hub and a gaming companion app. Sync your game accounts, make your game collections, connect with other gamers in our community, and basically do anything and everything about gaming on Minimap. And we have the sponsor video.
Cue it up, Johnny.
Johnny.
I like the Latin music.
I should play this weekend. Best Souls game of all time.
I was thinking we should update the game on the
It's
list.
the best of all time, but he gave him a 3 on controls.
Well, maybe the person might play Night Rain and might give it 5.
Infinity Nicky got 5 all proc.
Well, we can find out.
That was actually me and George connecting.
Fact.
Minimap, your ultimate.
What?
That's a fun fact.
All right.
That's romantic sounding for you.
Yeah.
So, what'd you think?
Minimap.
What'd you think about the sponsor video, Matt?
That was pretty good. I actually watched it last night to see the the format of the podcast, and I used a lot of Latin influence in the music in my game. I'm a big fan of it. I feel like it can learn a lot about rhythm from it, so I really appreciated the track in that in that ad there.
Awesome. Yeah, awesome. So, thank you for watching. But how is everyone doing today? I guess.
Sweet. Sweet.
Are you getting hot down there, Zach? Is it that spicy lollipop?
Oh, yeah.
He might.
It's tickling. It's tickling.
He's turning red.
Yeah, he is turning red. Oh, with the green
Because
background.
I'm blushing.
It's like. All right. So yeah, we have another guest today. Matt, could you tell us a little bit about yourself and your game, Six Samurai?
Sure, yeah. So I'm essentially a solo developer, but I am working with a few contractors on this game, Six Samurai. And I started working alone. Like I used to work at Digital Extremes on Warframe, and then I quit to start doing my own thing. That was 4 or 5 years ago.
Ooh.
And yeah, this is my second game now. My first one was The Life of a Magical Circle, which due to being a noob at marketing, did not get as much exposure. But so now I'm going for something that has a broader market appeal, but also is very personal to me. And yeah, it's like a Samurai Champloo Hotline Miami crossover would be probably
my
the easiest
God.
way to describe it.
I just noticed that. Yeah.
You already blew up one of my things, man. I was about to ask you about
Perfect.
that. It's like one of my favorite animes.
Yeah, I mean,
Good.
Samurai Champloo. Oh,
One of
I
the
love
best.
it. Yeah, oh, it's so good.
yeah, but
It's one of those animes that when it got over, you're like, why has this got to end?
if it feels like it has a little bit of like the Cowboy Bebop type of
Yes,
you know,
With the
yeah, for
music?
sure. That's also a big influence as
Yeah,
well.
it feels like it because I mean I have actually never watched the whole show, but I started watching it a few months ago, and I'm watching it whenever I have time. And I was like, oh, this kind of feels like the Cowboy Bebop style of
Yeah.
action. What do you have anything to say, Anthony?
I think.
Yeah, we're just confused on how you've never seen Cowboy.
I mean,
Bebop.
I have watched, like an episode or two before, but like I've never actually started from the beginning until the end. So I'm like, okay, it's on Netflix. might
How
as well.
could you?
do like anime
How could you hear that
background.
title song and not want to watch it?
Yeah, but like,
Yeah, that's
I
true.
mean, I've watched a lot of like
Yeah.
YouTube clips and here and there, but like, I want to watch the whole thing.
I actually have a confession to make. I didn't watch either shows in full until after I started making this game.
See, I'm not the only person.
What?
Yeah.
But I'll talk more about that later.
Well, I mean, I have questions, but they're all retaining around some of that.
Oh,
But I'll
that's
tell you this
fine.
much. Did you guys know that Samurai that they have Cowboy Bebop? They almost wouldn't let him go with that music. They like fought to
Oh,
make sure
really?
that music, yeah, because they were like, jazz music and anime, and the guy's like, I'll tell you, it's gonna hit. Okay, let's
Yeah.
just roll with it. And they're like, I don't know.
Oh,
But
but that's
it worked.
Yeah, it's probably like the best decision they've made. The music
Yeah.
is like, like on spot right there. It's like so
Especially
good.
old school anime.
And also the character, the guy that lights a cigarette before each match, kind of looks like what's his name in it?
Spike.
Yeah, thank you. My brain stopped. You see that? Yeah,
It
Spike.
happens. But yeah, I mean, it's
All the time.
it's a hell of a good show. I mean, I've been enjoying
It
it.
is.
I love it.
Animes back then were pretty good compared to some animes now.
Yeah, I'll say. But it's
Oh,
really,
it's
really
hard
good
to watch
classic.
some of them. I'm more into romantic animes
Zach,
now. Not
Do
gonna
you
lie.
remember Trigun?
Oh, I love Trigun.
There you go. That's a good one. And the music for that one?
Mhm. That was dope.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I liked it. I think Samurai Champloo, kind of like we were talking about it, and Cowboy Bebop. Like as I heard, there's some other projects that have that same sound to it, which I really loved. That was also in your game, which I'll ask you kind of where they come from later. But that hip hop slash ties into that old music feeling, that jazz and stuff. Oh, I tell you what. All right, let's roll on with the show, though. How about that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Stare at me, George.
Okay, but anyways, before we actually start, all right. So, are you ready to take the gamer type quiz, Matt?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
All right. It's our famous gamer type. We should have like a BGM like for this, like the famous gamer type quiz, dun dun dun, or something. But
Like actually have music playing in the back.
yeah, like something like that when we're like switching into
Oh.
this.
Get you some elevator music.
Yeah, please.
That's what I was just gonna say, like bossa nova jazz in the background.
Oh
I
yeah.
mean, we can always evolve.
All right.
There's
Next
nothing wrong with
time we gotta find out the music that we're gonna be adding to this section.
Without getting copyrighted.
Yeah,
We're gonna do some-
make sure we don't get into any copyright lawsuit. Okay.
Let's just go with some kung fu jazz.
Yeah, or we can like just,
hip-hop slash.
or we could just like record it live, like we sing it or something. All right.
Gamer type
All right.
quiz.
First question. It is finally the weekend after a long, tiring week. Do you ask a friend to play a video game together, or do you need to spend quality time alone?
I'm kind of 50-50 on this because I used to play a lot of Dodo with friends of mine and some other games like that. But I would lean a little bit more towards alone time. So I'll go with that.
Okay. Next question. The new game that just released isn't my type, but a friend is urging me to play with. It's not my cup of tea, so I refuse at first, but it would be fun if we played together, right? Or do you listen to your friend's words and play together right away?
I'm definitely a refuse at first type of person.
Really?
I can be a little elitist, I'll be honest, about my taste.
Yeah, okay. What's the most recent game you've been playing, like enjoying?
Honestly, I have relatively little time nowadays, and when I'm like done developing for the day, I'm like so tired that it feels like gaming is still a very active hobby. I feel like so it's like so much easier to throw some stupid movie on Tubi or whatever.
Yeah.
But the last I was like randomly to turn my brain off playing some Rocket League not too long ago. But prior to that, I tried to play Outer Wilds. And so I was about a couple of hours into that and setting aside specific time to play that, but then I just never got back into it again. But I was really liking it so far. I want to get into it. I have a long list of, like most people, I'm sure, backlog.
Yep. That's where you need Minimap. So, next question. You are thinking about joining a community with strict terms to get game information. From self-introduction to attendance check, that is too much, or it has good game information, so getting ranked up after 3 days is not a problem.
It is too much for me.
Yeah. There are many other alternatives these days. And you have a good old ChatGPT or any other AI stuff. So,
Yeah.
Next question. Before buying a game, you carefully read over other people's reviews, watch the trailer, check the price, or if the game looks interesting, I trust my instincts and make a purchase.
I will trust my instinct. I will look at reviews and just to see that it's not bad reviews. And as long as it's like mostly good, then I go with my instinct. Otherwise, I don't care for the score. So
Okay.
I think mostly go with my instinct.
All right. Next question. If someone is watching me playing a game from behind, it is the perfect opportunity to show my amazing gameplay, or it is you're actually good at it, but due to the pressure, you are missing skill shots.
I think usually I'm able to show my amazing gameplay.
All right. And
Sometimes a little nervous, but
Rocket League and other.
yeah. Exactly.
Next question. You are playing a newly released game for the first time. Rather than having regrets later on about missing something, you go over the tutorials, or the game seems to be similar to the one I've played before, so I skip the tutorial?
I always skip the tutorial, even if I have no idea what I'm doing. I like to button mash and figure it out.
But I mean, the tutorial of Six Samurai was pretty good. Like, I really enjoyed it.
I'm glad. Because I'm personally not a fan of them, but I felt like it's kind of different enough that I really do need to explain some stuff. And I tried to make it more like narrative based, like more of an introduction to the context too.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm glad you liked it.
Next question. You are playing a mystery solving game. Based on my years of experience in my mystery solving games, that guy is the culprit, or that person looks suspicious, but I need to start collecting evidence first.
I will start collecting evidence first.
Yeah, it's always good to have evidence. Next question. In order to equip the rune that increases defense by 0.01%, you have to return to the lobby. That is not a big difference, and my friends are waiting, so I just go, or do you tell them to wait till you go back to the lobby to equip the rune?
I go back to the lobby.
Oh.
I am somewhat of a perfectionist. I like to have everything set in place,
Okay.
so
those numbers will add up eventually.
Yeah. Actually, I played Divinity Original Sin, I think, once with a friend of mine. And this friend of mine would take like literally 45 minutes to organize his inventory while we're sitting in the town or something. I'd be literally having to browse stuff while I'm waiting on.
Next question. During gameplay, your companion's character has been bitten by a zombie. You might be able to find the cure, so you decide to accompany them, or everyone in my group can get infected, so I choose to kill them even though it is tragic.
I would find the cure. Try to be a team player.
Okay, good. It's a game, so it's not like you're trying to save the world like in real life. So yeah. Next question. Even if you don't express it, you feel like you keep losing because of your friend. Are they not feeling well? I lift up my friend's spirit, or you send them a link to the character's tips and tricks and suggest that gameplay.
I don't really do either of these things. I kind of just like, I'll get frustrated, but also not say anything at all. So I guess I'd probably say the lift my friend's spirits.
Okay.
Probably slightly lean in that direction, I guess.
But you would rather like not say anything.
I usually don't say anything. I think worst case is but I also get upset when other people start talking smack to like because someone else sucks. So that in that case, like I step in to defend them, but otherwise say nothing. So I think that's kind of like more lifting spirits.
Yeah. Next question. The character has bad performance, but the appearance is totally my type. Considering the balance of my party, I cannot put them in my party, or you have to put my favorite character in the party no matter the cost.
I consider the balance more. I don't care too much for appearance, to be honest.
Next question. My current desktop is messy with tons of icons, but it does not affect my gameplay. Or you hate chaotic things. Your desktop is neatly cleaned.
I'd say my desktop's pretty clean.
Okay.
I mostly use taskbar icons, you know.
Okay. Organizing. That's not me. So, but next question. Before getting into the game, I searched the internet just in case I end up missing achievements, or you have never played a game for the achievements.
I never play for achievements.
But how many achievements do you plan to have for Six Samurai?
I know people like them, and I think they're fun to make and come up with. So, I mean, the demo alone, I ended up with like 24 or something like that. The full game is going to be like 6 times bigger.
Oh,
so,
God.
Yeah, that was pretty decent.
All right.
Probably be like 40 at least.
Okay, that's good. I mean, a lot of people like them. Like, I mean, unless it's like ridiculous stuff like kill 10,000 enemies or collect,
I don't like any of that grindy stuff. So it's like I just want to do the mastering the game type stuff.
Right.
You got a lot of practice, but
you kind of like naturally get him if you play enough times.
Yeah.
Last question. You who happens to play lots of games, you play a game you feel like playing at the moment from your collection, or you have a gaming schedule on when to beat a certain game.
I definitely play what I feel like most of the time.
Okay, that's good. Are you ready?
Probably why I have such a big backlog.
All right. Are you ready to find out your gamer type?
I'm ready.
All right. You are a charging berserker. This is one of the most common ones. But that means
welcome to the group.
Yeah, welcome to the group. I think Zach is this one. Was I this one? I think I was like Cheerful Pirate.
Yeah, you were this one. Don't try.
Oops. I tried to escape, but me and Zach are this one. Anthony was like the trustworthy guardian or something.
How many are there?
I think he was. Wasn't he the guy who sells people stuff?
Yeah, there's the merchant. There's 16 of them, by the way, Matt.
No, that's a lot.
Yeah.
There's one that's called a tactical nuke
mage. Yeah.
I'm so far off from that.
All right, let's read some of the characteristics. That game looks interesting. Clicks the download button. I'm ready to charge my way to victory. You can easily adapt to any game, but goes into berserker mode when trying to beat them. Their patience just can't handle it. Tutorials, those are for noobs. All I need is my great sword to carve a path. You said this. Strategy, what's that? You win if you do more damage to your opponent, right? While in voice chat, I always lower the volume of that one person I can't stand. More smashing, less yapping. Everyone, look at me. I've killed an opponent. I'm the captain now. You're pretty good at buying small items. Sometimes your jokes cross the line and slashes the mood. Any of these?
Surprisingly accurate overall, I would say.
Look at me. I am the captain.
Yes, I killed the opponent.
I am the
So you're good with Chatty Bard and bad with Scientific Alchemist. And you may
science.
You may like open world games. Do you like open world games?
That's actually the one I'd say got a little wrong. I'm not the biggest fan of them.
Okay.
Zach, you should watch Dr. Stone.
Yeah, my other friend at work told me that. I will.
You watch it, you will love science.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I think the last thing I watched that was pretty dope was I've been watching a lot of romantic animes lately for some odd reason.
I think because you're lonely right now.
Yeah.
Because you're away from your family right now. That's why.
100% true. Yeah.
No, not even joking.
Actually, the last one I watched was remember we had what's his nose on when the rock and roll girl.
Smash
game.
The whammy, double whammy.
I
actually watched one. It's like an all-girl rock band. It's like called Rock is Mistress Woman or something like that. It is really good. It was just like straight heavy metal. I was like, what am I watching right now? Like, I kind of got into it. No big deal.
I have to tell you this one anime about these three girls who are a rock band, but they play their music in the church.
I have no idea what you guys are talking about, but do you watch a lot of animes, Matt, or are you a big anime fan at all?
Not particularly. I'm kind of like all over the place. So for animes, I've seen like a lot of the most classic stuff, like films, TV shows. I mean, I've seen a handful, but still usually like probably the most critically acclaimed ones. And then here and there, randomly, I did watch some stuff that just popped up on Netflix when I was bored. I think the last one was the I can't remember the full name, but it's the Psyche K, the comedy one. He's got he's like he's got like infinite like psychic powers. He can transform people's minds, and like the whole joke in the show is how you'd think it would be fun to do that, but it's actually really annoying having to constantly hide himself all the time. It's like I'm gonna look it up real quick.
I think I remember
The Disastrous Life of Psyche K. That's what it's called.
Oh.
But yeah, anyway.
No, that sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, actually.
The one I was talking about is called Rock is a Lady's Majesty.
Okay, that one is. I'm definitely gonna check it out because Zach said it's good.
Did any of you watch K-pop Demon Hunters yet?
No.
You know what? I have not yet, but my wife, who never watches any shows, she doesn't watch any TV. She actually watched it and enjoyed it, so I'm just gonna go watch it.
Your wife watched
that song?
K-pop is the monster.
Yeah.
So one of the songs has Spotify #1 in the world.
Yeah, I mean, I can.
Faster than any other K-pop song.
I'll bet.
Actually, it's #1 and it's also #1 in the US.
And I actually heard because of that show, like more tourists are coming to Korea, like to actually.
Oh yeah, good luck with that.
Yeah, like I mean, I've heard so many like friends saying like this show brought so many like tourists, even more tourists.
I can't wait to come to Korea.
Watch when
make
they
it
open
awesome.
a pop-up shop in Korea. You're gonna see that line.
Yes, please come to Korea, everyone. Korea is a good place to live.
I actually bought some merchandise.
Matt, do you have any plans to have any merchandise for Six Samurai in the future?
I mean, in the long run, that'd be great. I feel like I actually am a big fan. Here in Montreal, we have some, like one of the few actually made in Canada clothing factories. And there's this one brand called Naked and Famous who make jeans, and they partner up oftentimes with big like game brands and whatnot. They make like really high quality jeans, and the cotton's sourced from Japan and all this kind of stuff. So it'd be cool to do something like that, and even also do like a vinyl press of the soundtrack and stuff like that. So I have ideas like that I'd like to do, but of course it all depends on the level of success.
I
mean, honestly, with how vibrant your characters are too, you could probably do a couple of shirts.
I mean, at least.
Exactly, for sure. I'd love to do some cool shirts. And I mean, my artist has already done like she did one or two pieces of random like fan art just for the fun of it. So she makes some really good stuff. She's very talented.
I'm excited.
Yeah, this guy's gonna get it. This guy's gonna buy it right here.
I will look at it behind him.
You know what they say? Merchandise is not the development field for gaming development now. If you want to survive.
But I feel like if you really love a game, though, you want to rep it. I always want to rep a game.
That's the
thing.
thing.
Really love the game.
It's like this: you have a team, you like that team, you want to support that team.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
like if you love a game, and I feel like that's one thing indie games miss out on a lot is like there's so many indie games I just love, but there's no like merch for it, and I would definitely wear the merch.
Oh, really? It's not that common. You'd think they'd capitalize on that.
Exactly. So
they always say. I think we heard some of them that we did. They always say it's always the cost because you cannot just buy like 100 shirts. They require like a minimum batch like 2,500 or something.
Right. Yeah.
So they need.
And I always wonder why companies that don't have a lot of money don't just use something like Teespring. Just put it on Teespring and have people go to that shop and buy it out of there.
They do. Some companies do.
Because then you don't have to mass produce them, and it's really they only make them and when people buy them.
Do they?
I'm just yeah. I used to do all my merch for my content through them, and you can even buy like sample products to see if you like them or not before putting them out on a thing.
I guarantee too.
I think
if they aren't capitalizing on making their own merchandise, somebody else is. Like,
yeah,
for sure.
they're on
I thought about it.
Ones.
Yeah, exactly.
I thought about taking the games I really like and putting the art I liked on the shirts and just putting them on and just
what's that one one website where they sell a lot of these things like unauthorized stuff. I don't know. Like I was talking
Black Market.
No, I was talking to. Remember we talked to the J-Ho, the producer of Dave the Diver. He said like he sees a lot of Dave the Diver like merches on this.
Is that on Etsy?
Yeah, Etsy. Yes, that's right. Etsy. He sees it all of them on Etsy, but like they're not actually through them. They're like we're not going to take any legal actions.
But he did say he didn't care.
Yeah, exactly. But still, that's not like their official one.
Some people don't care, but people, the ones who do care, they come at you.
Yeah.
Like, when I worked on Warframe, they pretty frequently found people who would try to like unauthorized do sales of T-shirts and stuff, and I think they didn't care if it was done in like a non-profit way, but they always cracked down whenever they found someone who was trying to make money off of it.
Who's making a profit off of it? Yeah.
And Warframe's the most.
Warframe's in Canada, isn't it? Wasn't Warframe made in Canada?
Yeah. It's in London, Ontario, a little city out west.
Because I know TinnoCon isn't TinnoCon still in?
They literally just had it. I think this week, because I saw on Reddit there was a bunch of posts of like trailers and stuff they showed from TinnoCon.
I used to play way too much Warframe.
I
got to the point where I had to stop. Yeah, it was just too much, man. Going through missions, just murdering like 400 things at once, and I'm like, what's happening? I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. So flashy, but it was a cool game when I did play it.
Were you at Warframe before Tencent bought it, or was it after?
Yes, I was there before, because I was there for like almost 7 years, and I'm pretty sure I remember the Tencent stuff happening like in the middle of while I was there. I was there, like my first year there, I think was the second Dream year, if you played the game, which was like the major like operator reveal. It's like the huge, it's like the main, biggest, like most famous quest in the game, I think.
When you find out that you're a tiny looking child thing?
Yeah, exactly.
I was so weirded out. I'm like, what am I right now?
And I did that, by the way. I coded the kids.
Oh.
The kids? Oh.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That is awesome.
Because when you start up Warframe for the first time, I was trying to wrap my head around it. Like, what am I? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then, that was kind of cool though, because now they've done so much with that operator. Like you can give it powers. It comes out of there's just so much stuff. So I mean, at least they're constantly evolving. And it was always a free game at first. You just have to buy stuff if you want it. Like, it's got an in-game. It's not a bad deal. So congrats on that, eh?
Yeah. I think we're ready to.
Let's talk about your stuff.
And
this other stuff.
And other stuff as well. Let's first jump into the bulletin board waypoints that we want to talk about. This is where we talk about the weekly game news. And today we would like to talk a little bit about the Assassin's Creed Netflix show is finally coming. They announced it 5 years ago, but I have no idea what happened in between. And finally, they're actually going with it. So I think in the beginning, they had like a different producer from Ubisoft all taking charge of it, but they left the team and they joined Netflix and whatever. So they're like with a whole different production team and the casting. So I hope this one is really a lot better than the other ones that we had.
Let's see. So the people who are creating the show and executive producer, one of them, the Halo series.
Oh,
the Halo TV show.
Yeah. Oh, the TV show, right? Okay.
And then the other person did Westworld and Sons of Anarchy.
Okay. That's pretty good.
So those are big shells too.
No.
Those are big hit shells.
Wasn't Halo like season 2 canceled or something?
Oh yeah, that was a flop.
Yeah. Okay.
I actually liked Halo though. That's the sad thing.
I think it was the flop because it's like the fan wanted a Halo story, except for they did kind of get some kind of Halo story, but they kind of went off the path, like way off the path.
Mm.
So they were like, "What is going on?"
You know
Like,
what? Kind
I
of,
vaguely remember
kind
people
of.
complaining about that.
yeah, if you're a fan of a series and you change a lot of stuff, even in like towards the end, it's like that kind of like maybe decrease the audience feel, and they're like, "What is this?"
Hmm.
So
Yeah, if it,
I just remember seeing the opening and the Master Chief guy looked so buff, and I was like, that dude looks like a monster. And then I found out he was porn stash off of Orange is the New Black, and I was like, what the heck?
yeah,
And then I had to watch Orange is the New Black again, and then look at him. And I was like, what happened here? Like
yeah.
it was weird,
It,
man.
it feels like it's really really difficult for like a TV show that's based off of game IP to have like a really really good ratings because they have to actually satisfy the original fans plus the people who have actually never played the game and just watched the TV show. So it's kind of like they either
I
have to,
heard it was expensive.
yeah,
I think it was 20 million for an episode or something.
for Halo.
I believe so, the budget, something like that.
That's a lot of money.
It's I would have canceled the first season,
Or something.
like first show. Like this is it. First show's all you get.
Yeah, I mean,
Just
at least they had a first show.
At least
Like
they
a
had
lot
the
of
first
games.
show.
Yeah, a lot of games don't even get to.
I don't think we
Either.
will ever have another Halo show.
I think a lot of times too. I think people struggle when they're making movies to make video games because they don't understand. Like the storytelling in a video game and a movie are almost exactly the same kind of, except for you go about that story a whole different way than you would a movie. Like, and so I feel like it's kind of the same argument we have all the time with AAA titles where they just want money. And I think a lot of times they probably lose that creative, the creativeness that they had that made the game when they put it into the TV show because they're just like, oh, we just want to make money off of this. And a lot of people fell in love with the game for its story or its characters. You know what I mean? So if you don't dive into that, pretty much cooked off the thing because fans will see it and they'll go, this is hot garbage. Like if you can win the fans over, you got a product that's going to go. You know what I mean?
That was also the case when Bungie left and 343 Industry took over the Halo series. There was a split fraction with the fans, and a lot of fans still did not like any of the Halo games afterward. They're like, "What is this? Like, what happened to that core element? Like,
Yeah.
What?
we lost it. Like this, like what? Like this is not what we felt in the beginning."
Yeah. So
That's a sad thing too when you get in. Oh, I'm sorry, George. I didn't mean to interrupt you, but when you get really invested into like a character, story, or game, and then they just go, you know what I mean? You're like, well, that's depressing.
It is.
did you have any favorite series or movies that you liked, Matt, that was made from game IP or games?
I was actually thinking about it when you guys were mentioning at the beginning of the podcast because I really missed out on most of them. Like I haven't watched all the ones that were on Netflix or I think I watched the Dota one, which I enjoyed a bit. It was like the Dragon Knight based one. It was like the first season. I don't know if they even did more of that or not.
They did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I enjoyed that one. I'm like, besides that, I'm not sure I can remember watching much in the way of video game movies. Like all I can think of is the super old like Mortal Kombat movie from the 90s, I think.
I love that.
Which is great. I love
Actually,
that.
that's a little bit of game news. Did you guys see who they just announced to play Johnny Cage in the next Mortal Kombat coming out?
No. The trailer's out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's the dude who played Judge Dredd. He was also in Doom.
Oh, nice.
He's in The Boys. He's the main character in The Boys. I freaking can't remember.
Oh, is it the Australian
guy
guy?
that says, yeah, the guy that says my favorite word all the time.
He's also in what's that one movie, Sicardo or something?
Yeah, he was. If you ever saw the
Keith
movie about
Urban?
the preachers that fight the vampire, yeah, Keith Urban. You're right. Yeah. His best role to me, honestly, was when he played Judge Dredd, and the fact that they didn't bring him back as Judge Dredd, like they didn't make another one. I was like, this is so good.
I mean, it's Judge Dredd is one of those that you don't want to keep making a sequel or something. It's like one of those you just put out and keep it there so let it nourish.
Don't say that, Anthony. No, I'm just joking. You're right. But it could have made a one more at least.
I mean,
you know?
look at RoboCop.
RoboCop was good up till 3.
The more recent one.
I actually just watched that the other night. The new version of RoboCop. I thought it was so weird. Weird as in like the tone was so different from the original. It's very.
See,
I thought that. Well, you know what's funny is because they took the guy who was original RoboCop. What's his name? And then they put the new guy in there. Is the dude who played. He's actually Norwegian. That actor. He's also the guy that's in Suicide Squad. A lot of other movies. Can't remember his name, but when they put him in there, I was like, I didn't think it was horrible though. Could have been worse.
Yeah, maybe. I
don't know if that's a good review or not. Could have been worse. 5 out of 10.
Yeah, but I think I mean I don't know when the Assassin's Creed movie or series is gonna come up, but that one is also gonna be expensive as hell.
Is it based on any of the specific games or just?
I don't think they did. They announce that? I don't think they announced it. So. I think they only announced that the fact that they're actually gonna go with it.
I mean, it is Ubisoft.
Yeah, so you have no idea.
Didn't the movie have him jumping around all different times and stuff like that?
Yeah.
In the movie,
they had an Assassin's Creed movie, and that was good. That was a good movie.
What's the guy's name? The X-Men guy.
Yeah, it was the X-Men. I forgot his name too.
The X-Men, the younger version.
The guy that played Magneto.
Yeah, the young Magneto guy. I forget. The Steve. Wasn't he also in like Steve Jobs movie?
You know what? I have a computer right here. Let's just
Michael Fassbender.
Yeah, I think so. Yes.
In the new ones, right?
Yes,
Magneto
yes.
The new movies, I mean.
Yes, Fassbender. Yep. Michael Fassbender. I think he's gonna be, or he was actually the Assassin's Creed guy in the movie. So.
Oh yeah, I like him. Good
he's got a great chin. I love his chin.
Yeah, he had a good chin. Yeah. He had the chin. That's
very pointy. It's very.
All right.
Not anyone can do it.
But yeah, did anyone actually watch the movie? You guys said you watched the movie. Was it good?
Assassin's Creed?
Yeah.
It was okay. Yeah,
it was good.
I think Anthony liked it more than I did.
Okay,
but I didn't hate it.
Could have been better.
I'm a huge Assassin's Creed fan. I like the whole.
It wasn't horror. Like they did a really good job of because even when you play the game, it goes back and forth.
Yeah.
In the game, so it's just something you gotta get used to.
Do you think they're making a TV show? Are they having financial troubles right now? I feel like I keep seeing them.
Yeah, they are.
They are, but technically they also.
Factor Steel Company is amazing to me.
Well, aren't they kind of owned by Tencent now?
Yeah, I heard they're like backed.
Oh yeah, they did do some kind of.
Dude, who does Tencent not own anymore? Holy cow!
I mean,
Nintendo.
Yeah, they can't.
They'll never own Nintendo. Nintendo.
No, but they tried to find Nintendo. Once.
Wow.
I bet they did.
I mean, Tencent is like what, number 2 gaming company in the world?
No, it's number 1.
Is it one? Is it one?
Hold on. Gaming publisher, I believe.
Is it bigger than Sony now?
I mean, they have their hands in every single platform device, mobile, PC, console.
Yeah. They also own Riot Games, right?
They do.
Gosh, they own
Sony.
everything.
No, it's so far still is Sony's number 1, but Tencent's right below them.
Yeah, I think it's like number 2.
Don't worry, Tencent's gonna be there. They're buying more companies.
Pretty soon.
I do have to say this is in 2023 though. Well, that's because a lot of people, and I when I used to make mobile gaming content, it used to drive me wild when people would be like, you do mobile gaming? And I was like, bro, you do know how big mobile gaming is? It's huge.
Let me see.
Like, it makes like over 50% of the profit for video games. Like, it's really expensive. Well, I was playing your game with your moves and stuff. Like, I liked your game as a full screen game, but I could feel like you could do that too with like the flick.
Yeah. I thought about that. Like, I was initially kind of skeptical of it because you have like the limited range, so you wouldn't be able to do the obvious necessarily thing of just like tap the screen or something like that. But I think it could work still. like you could definitely find some kind of control scheme, and because it's also possible, like if you play with a controller, that you can just, even if you just dash the full distance every time, it still works pretty well. So
Is it? Can you use a controller in your game?
you can, yeah, it works really well.
Oh,
All right, so yeah, Sony's the number one, 29.8
Actually-
billion for 2025.
I'm looking at market cap right now, and market cap though says Microsoft's
Yeah,
number one.
well,
I mean, if you include Microsoft, obviously Microsoft is number one.
Well, Microsoft's number one, of course, in the U.S., but not internationally, worldwide. Nintendo is actually number one.
Ooh, the price for Microsoft stocks is way more expensive than Sony's though.
Yeah, they are. I used to have stock.
And they're going. Sony's kind of going down right now.
Yeah, but like we said before, I mean, Microsoft, Xbox is just like one portion of Microsoft. So
yeah, just wait today. It's always
who's C Limited or C Limited? They're from
always,
Singapore.
The devices, because the reason why Nintendo market went up because of the Switch 2.
Yeah, Nintendo's gone up a little bit too for theirs. Their price for a share is $88.45.
It's the Switch 2.
I'm gonna get the Switch 2 after you guys told me what the Japanese CEO did. Now I'm all straight up Japanese.
I mean, a lot of games
yeah.
coming
I'm
to
Japanese now. I'm straight up a Nintendo fanboy because of how awesome they are.
And almost majority of all the Nintendo 1 games are backwards compatible on Switch 2 automatically.
I have a shirt that says I'm backwards compatible.
Thank you for sharing that. But anyways, Matt, do you actually have plans to do port your game to any other consoles at sometime?
Yeah, I'd definitely like to. I actually had someone from Sony reach out, and they were interested in having me port it to PlayStation. So yeah, I definitely wanted to. And Switch, I think, would probably be a good fit for it as well.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't know. Everything seems like it would be a good fit for it. So it's just a matter of when I get close to finishing it, like whether I want to do that myself or get somebody else to port it for me or something. But we'll see. I mean, as long as it does, decently enough on PC, definitely no reason not to. I think.
Okay.
Yeah, so I would see. I could definitely see that being a really awesome game to play on handheld and stuff.
Think so.
Yeah. That's why I included the controller support. I was kind of thinking about that from the beginning, so I wanted to make sure that I designed that with that in mind.
I might have to go back and play the demo with the controller, but I liked it with the mouse because I felt like I was getting trained on how to be a better mouse player. So I was like,
yeah, that was definitely the initial intent for it. The controller is a bit like it's kind of easier because I found it too awkward to try to do the same kind of, just like with first-person shooters, right? You always have like aim assist or something because it's so much harder compared to playing with a mouse. So there's kind of like an auto lock on when you play with the controllers, but yeah, it's still fun, still challenging.
Yeah, no, I just really felt like I was getting better at my mouse skills. I was like, oh, it's training me.
Yeah. I think we're ready to jump into the companion waypoint, but Assassin's Creed Netflix show is coming sometime in the future. That was the summary of it.
Yay!
Yeah, but I want to watch. I want to talk more about actually Six Samurai because it's sick. It's really sick.
I was going to call a doctor. It was so sick.
Let's watch the trailer with sound because sound is very important for this game, especially.
Oh yeah. He's gonna slow down on that cigarette.
Yeah, he smokes real fast.
So, what's next?
How about an upgrade for my boy over here? He's been working with nothing but kunai.
That's what I chose too.
I got a couple options for you.
I knew you had it in you, kid.
Oh, good.
Jamming with that music.
How do you say that name? Oh,
Genyu's the only person that dog ever lets touch him. I think it's because they're both sick in the head.
Nah, he just.
And that little Marvel post credits.
You know what I realized is that your voice? Did you voice act for the?
It is, yeah.
Yes,
I did that.
I actually realized that. Love it.
all the voices.
No, just Genyu.
Genyu, yep.
It'd be pretty impressive if I could do Jones as well, right?
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, I really enjoyed
Played
playing this game because I don't know, it's just like had my like Zach said, like I was like with the mouse, and then I didn't realize you like die instantly if you get hit once. So I was like, oh, just going easy on it, but then I like just died. And I'm like, okay.
Have you never played any top-down shooter, fast-paced games like those before?
I can't remember any one that I played recently.
I was about to say, I feel like though top-down shooters are kind of different to me because you're like walking around and shooting. This is like you got like limited moves.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like you can't be just walking around shooting
But
stuff.
is that genre with the top-down view? It's like it feels so fun.
You know what? You know what I remember? Top-down view game is GTA 2.
Nice.
That was a top-down game.
I do too. I remember lighting a whole block on fire. The cops couldn't stop me. I was like,
I have to give you my list of top-down games I play.
Yeah, but
I feel like was that originally the views perspective you wanted to go with it with the top-down, or did that just pop up when you're?
Yeah, it was, and it's because I had like a bit of backstory to this is when I played Hotline Miami way back when it first came out.
That's a good one.
I really liked, like that was my favorite thing about that game was the core gameplay loop. This like kind of intense like one hit kill and then you like retry instantly kind of thing. That felt fresh to me at the time, and I liked the game, but I felt like I wonder if something better could be done with this. And so over the years, like so many prototypes I made were in that exact top-down one-hit kill kind of cycle, that loop. So from the beginning, is pretty much always I think what I had in mind. And it was, I did a little bit consider something like, like a 3D style could look cool as well, but that the top-down view makes it kind of pointless. And so, I don't know. I just ultimately decided to go with that style. And then it was cool, though, that I think my artist did a really great job of finding a unique way of giving a little more perspective in the rooms with the weird kind of like slant to the walls and the decorations and things like that I think make it stand out at least a little more than just the like direct top-down that I don't know. I think maybe it wouldn't be as interesting considering the art style. Like I feel like Hotline Miami, it's like this crude pixel art, so whatever. But with this one, it makes it I think it's a nice touch.
I would say too, like when you play the game, just the way the action is, and it feels like that game, your game wouldn't be as good if it was different than a top down. You know what I mean?
I agree. Yeah, I don't know how else honestly it could be done and give you the same. Like precision experience. It's kind of necessary.
So
I think
fact,
Anthony kind of touched on about a little bit. Well, I was going to ask you a question here, Anthony, too, or both of you, actually, you and Anthony. Like, I don't think I've ever played a game with that kind of control scheme before. Have either one of you ever played a game that has that kind of, what I mean? Like you're using the mouse to attack. And pretty much you don't have a lot of room for mistakes. Is there ever been anything like that, or is your game the first one like that?
I have no idea. I like to think I'm original, but I could be wrong. I honestly don't know. I don't know. I'm not familiar with anything that's quite like it, but I don't know.
Probably in a 3D format, yes, 3D, but not top-down though. Version.
There is
not like that.
There is one game I've seen people bring up a few times though that I guess kind of is like that, but not exactly. Is I have no idea what the name of it is now, but it's a rhythm game, and it's specifically moving your mouse to different buttons. I don't know if you guys have seen this. It's kind of like DDR, but it's literally just mouse. It's called like Sudo or something. Like it's like some S name. I can't remember exactly.
I know what you're talking about. They try to click on the thing as fast as possible on the screen, and it's like to rhythm.
Yeah, I guess to the beat. Yeah.
Yeah, that was the one. That's one of the questions I had. But I think Anthony wanted to ask you something else. And I interrupted.
No, I just think fun fact because I noticed this as a pattern. Every 5 years, we get a really good top-down hit game. Because, like you said, Hotline Miami, right? That came out in 2012.
Yeah.
And then the Hotline Miami 2 came out like 2017 or something, 2018.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Between that. And then I played the most recent one I played was Hong Kong Massacre, which came out in 2019 or 20. Yeah. And then ever since then, there wasn't that hit top-down game out there yet.
It's your turn, Matt.
I hope so. Yeah. That was part of my initial business plan when I came up with this idea. Was I was looking at the market for that, and I was like, yeah, no one makes these games, and yet every time they come out, they're always really successful. And I was like, I don't know, that seems like an easy thing.
Every time George tells me I got a game coming up, I'm like, oh, what am I playing now? Like I just like hopefully it's good. And then I got on and I was like, I like it. And then I was like just obsessed with not. I had my finger on the R button a little too much. I was like, no, because I was like, oh.
The only thing that I had was like, after I did the whole entire tutorial, I was like, is there gonna be like a door opening so that I can get out of this? Like I was just waiting. And I was like, what am I doing? Like you have to actually go back to the original place to go out to the door. I didn't know that. I was like, do I have to like restart this? Like, is this a bug? So I just kind of waited up for a little bit, but then I kind of realized you have to actually get out of the door from the beginning. So I think that was like the only thing that I was confused in the beginning. But after that, I was like, oh, enjoying it.
Go back and talk to the guy.
Yeah, go back and talk to the guy.
I murdered everybody. He's like, cool.
Yeah.
Good job.
And after the tutorial, you actually go into these, the stages, I would say. After that, it feels like, at first I was like, why do I have to go back to this original door or whatever? But then it feels like you killed everyone. You're like stepping on top of their corpses, and then it feels like you're like triumphant of this battle.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
You won the back. Yeah, you won the back victory.
That was my intent with that. Like how I switched to the like slow version of the song, so you feel kind of like a badass.
Yeah. So I actually enjoyed it after the first run. So that was really good. And
I think you already.
Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I didn't have it.
No.
So each of these skills has cooldowns. I would say you can't just like keep clicking, and then you keep like slashing these enemies. So that was the skill part that you have to actually be very precise about using the skill sets and doing the timing and everything. And you can't use your ultimate more than one time, so that you have to
or break your leg.
Yeah, you have to calculate that correctly. So
I still want to kind of put in an Easter egg where I'll let you use it twice, but then your guy literally breaks his legs.
He literally just laid there like,
You should do that. He's like crawling.
I didn't have time to do it for the demo, but yeah, I think it'd be funny.
Yeah.
So what I think we kind of already hit on a little bit, but talking about the music, I really like the whole atmosphere of the game. Actually, my question is the whole atmosphere of the game. What made you? What brought this game together? The characters, the music, the everything. Tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, so it kind of went through a lot of iterations. So initially, my main influence for the game was actually Seven Samurai, the old film.
I love Seven Samurai.
Yeah, and so my conception of that originally was like very different. Still the top-down view, same kind of gameplay, but it was going to be like really similar to that. You're in a village, you're defending it, you interact with these characters and that kind of stuff. And the art style was more of I was thinking kind of like a sketchbook, traditional Japanese manga type of look. And then I ended up as I just iterated on the gameplay, I ended up with something that I realized it was just way more fun playing with the traditional Hotline formula. And so then I moved in that direction. And the whole time I'm thinking about the narrative and what I wanted to do with that. And I think while it was still in that early phase, and I had the narrative in mind about what like the theme, the tone of the story was going to be, I started thinking a lot about the music, because to me, music is something I really love in games. I think it really helps to elevate things, and I especially loved. It made a huge impact on me, I think, when I played the Doom 2016 version and how effectively they used the music and how they dynamically changed it and everything. So ever since then, I'm like, everything I make, I'm always thinking a lot about how to implement that. So anyway, in those early stages, I didn't know what I wanted to do musically. And I think I just randomly one day on YouTube was looking up like samurai stuff or something, and then found Lo-Fi Samurai channel. And the second I heard it, I was like, oh, this is what it's going to be. This fits the tone and the theme that I'm going for and everything perfectly. And yeah, and then through that, I think it just naturally progressed to me realizing, oh, Samurai Champloo's whole thing is like this. And then I was always a big fan of Nujabes' music, even if I hadn't seen the show before. And so I moved in that direction. And and so that whole musical style then just came together like that. And then the art style, I took inspiration from that initially as well, because I'm sure you guys have seen like the YouTube channels with like Lo-Fi Girl and whatever, and they kind of have a certain particular anime style to it. And then I ended up hiring my artist, Amanda, and she specifically specializes in like retro anime and in classical art. And so I think when I sent out the first art test, I was asking for like, what would like show me your interpretation of what a lo-fi art style would be. And initially I was thinking of the more kind of vibrant, very like, but like also muted purplish lo-fi art styles that you see on a lot of these channels. And so she came up with something that originally was more vibrant like that and kind of cartoonish. And I think she just sort of pushed it into the direction, because that's sort of her natural thing of, we started talking about shows like Champloo and Bebop. And there's also a movie she recommended to me, a Ninja Scroll. I ended up watching it. It was a really good.
Oh, that's my favorite anime of all time.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was a great movie. Yeah. And
that was shown in America for the first time. That was the first anime shown in America.
Oh, really? Oh, nice. I didn't know it.
I love
it. Pretty adult too. Very.
I wanted to name my son Jubei, and my wife was like, "No," she's like, because I love Jubei so much. She's like, "They're gonna call him, kind of an anti-Semitic slur," and I was like, "Jubei wouldn't care," but finally had to talk her out of it.
But
you watched the movie, right?
I did. Yeah. It was great.
And I just
so like, I don't know, as soon as she started showing me that stuff, and then she just sort of, I don't know, I think she just kind of pushed me in that direction, and I just realized, and then I just started looking at Cowboy Bebop, Samurai Champloo, also kind of realized that I really want to get better at and get into voice acting a lot, and I want to do that a lot in my games. So then I also noticed that, especially when I put my voice in a certain register, like I actually sound quite a bit like Spike and Mugen and whatever. So I was like, everything kind of tonally fits together. And I just felt like the music, the lo-fi music I was starting to listen to, especially the Nujaba style, just fits so well with that old like 90s retro anime look. And I felt like that particular look is something I feel like you don't really see in games a lot. Like you definitely see anime, tons of it, but it feels usually more modernized, or it's like there's like the Mullet Mad Jack game. I don't know if you guys seen that, and that's like the super older anime, like the 80s, more golden age type stuff. And and I felt like that like 90s era, I don't know, you just don't really see it as often. And and I don't know, we just kind of ended up with that. Everything seemed to click together perfectly, and became what it is.
That's awesome.
Of course, the trick. Sorry, what were you going to say?
No, go ahead.
I was just going to say, the only thing with it, of course, is trying to maintain my own identity in doing it, because it's so easy to be like, oh, you're just ripping off Bebop, be ripping off, you know what I mean? Yeah. And so I'm like trying carefully to tell a story that, and even just like musically, I think the style I went for there is to distinguish it a little bit in its own way, where it's kind of carving out a niche that's not quite exactly like the two, although the inspiration is obvious. And the narrative style itself was also a really perfect fit, because I similarly want to tell a story where like both those shows, Bebop and Champloo, like the plot is really straightforward. It's not really all that interesting, but it's the characters and their relationships that makes it like that. And so I felt like that was a great way to kind of tell the story I wanted to tell as well. So I felt like even just the way the story's told seemed like a perfect fit for the game as well.
Yeah, 100%.
Wow. Yeah. Shout out to Amanda.
Yeah, definitely.
It's another one. I don't remember Samurai Champloo if that Wu-Tang guy did it. I thought he had a little bit of hand in Samurai Champloo too. Redman. But
All right.
Redman did some music, and it's similar to Samurai Champloo for Afro Samurai.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if you've seen Afro Samurai, but
I
it's
haven't
really
actually. I was
good.
gonna check it out, but I never got around to it. Yeah.
I'm kind of like, I like that old school like samurai stuff, and so if you like Samurai Champloo and stuff like that, Afro Samurai's pretty dope. Plus, the main character's voiced by Samuel Jackson. So.
Yeah, I read about that.
So I'm a fan. You know what I mean? But yeah, no, you could definitely. I would say on what you were saying about how you didn't want people to. I could definitely see the inspiration of those into your thing. That's why I wanted to ask you first. But when I was playing it, I was like, oh yeah, I'm feeling all this stuff, and but I could see where you definitely took time to kind of sketch out these characters. You know what I mean? How long was that something took you a long time to do, to sketch out them characters, or was there inspirations for them, or?
There's definitely inspirations for it. I'm not gonna lie, it's a little like digging deep enough into my personal life that I don't want to specifically mention.
Like, you don't have to. You don't have to.
Inspiring many of these characters. Yeah. But
you're like, I dated a samurai chick. She's like, kill me.
Yeah. So I was like,
Kill Bill situation. The Kill Bill situation.
How do I look?
But yeah, so I based my characters all on like real life experiences and people that I know, and kind of like combinations of people's personality. I didn't want it to be so direct, more metaphorical, allegorical, whatever you want to call it. And then I wanted to also, I thought it would be interesting to represent, like, that's the thing with also like the masks as well that each of the characters has, is that they're meant to be kind of reflective of like a big theme in the game story is meant to be about authenticity. And so they're meant to be kind of reflections that these characters are all putting on a certain kind of personality, and underneath they have a different kind of personality. And so that was also influenced by like my experiences with people that I know in my life. And so that's kind of how I came up with all of these ideas. And then I tried at the same time, the other thing I was going to say was I wanted to create like a totally fictional world. It may seem kind of like Japanese based, but I really want it to be, it's set in like a bizarre kind of surreal time period that will be more obvious later in the game. That takes a lot of stuff from like the 60s, the 70s, whatever. And I wanted to represent, because of that, also like a weird melting pot of cultures. So I also tried my best to, and not just represent these different cultures, but also like the kinds of attitudes that might come from those cultures in a certain way. So I wanted to make like one character in the game who's like, these are the major samurai boss characters. Like one is coming more from Chinese culture, another is more like the traditional Japanese samurai. And then you have a guy who's more like the urban American, like 70s black guy. And then, yeah, and just like different, and like there's another character in there who's not one of the samurais, but she's like South Asian, and just bringing in all these different influences, and then also putting that into music as well, because I'm trying to take so much from so many different genres and put it all together. So anyway, sorry, originally you asked me about these characters, and yeah, I don't know, they kind of came to be pretty naturally like that. I guess I just thought of like each culture I want to represent, what these people are and what they're supposed to be in the story that are so directly tied into my own life. And things kind of just came naturally, and they put itself together. And I feel like it maybe took me a few weeks total of iterating on them before I had the idea of how to do it. And then the cool thing with working with Amanda as well is I found that every time I would send her my big document on like what this character is, his personality, whatever, she often added like little touches that made it even more like, yeah, that's, you know what I mean? Like we had a good relationship where we kind of understood each other and what I wanted out of the character. And she would add a little touch, like with Genyu, the cigarette thing. Like I was thinking about that, but I didn't say anything at first. And I was thinking back and forth. And when she sent it to me, she just put a cigarette into his hand right away. And I was like, oh yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. She was like, yeah, he just seemed like a guy who'd be smoking all the time. So yeah, I had a cool like synchronicity with her with stuff like that.
That's
But he smokes too fast. He needs to slow down.
That was one of the funny things with
He's
the
like,
timer,
have this
right?
done by the time I'm done with my cigarette. It's like this much. I just entered the first room.
Yeah, I made a joke once in like a video of mine where I was like, yeah, technically, if you were to watch him, he should be being just like all in one bag, practically
Exactly.
smoking the whole cigarette.
I was like, Jesus, man, this guy is. Because you're trying to beat it, and then
Yeah.
you're looking around, and you're like, I'm not beating that. That's not happening. This guy smokes way too quick.
Yeah, but I think
Did anybody here that did the demo? Did anybody get it done before the first round? He had like this much left. The rest of them was just like it was all ash.
I mean,
I've for sure had people who managed to get not just beat the timer, they got like the perfect scores even on the highest difficulties. There's some people who played quite a bit.
See,
Jesus God.
yeah, I didn't get there. I think I played like 2 rounds.
I had actually one guy just last week, I think, posted in my server on I have a speedrun channel, and he managed to beat my own time by a full second. He got like 5 seconds on the first level or something like that.
5 seconds.
Yeah,
What?
completely insane.
that means he memorized every single day.
He can probably do it with blindfold on.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
That's the cool thing about the game, though, too. If you play it, there's just so many ways to go about each level, too. I like how you did that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I tried when I was
added-
designing the levels to make sure there's like at least 2 or 3 different optimal paths.
Yeah, that.
The one thing though I laughed about is when he told you you shouldn't break his door, but I'm like, there's no other way for me to open the door, man. He's like, you didn't have to break my door, and I'm like, I'll try not to break the next one. I'm like, or I will.
Yeah, so I thought there was like a key to actually opening the door, so like clicking space button or control button, whatever. I was like, but you can't. You have to actually break the door, and they're like, okay, but I mean, you can't. You just
that's why I felt.
Yeah.
He's like, don't break my door, and I'm like, again, I'm sorry. Like, you have no doors. I took out all the doors.
Yeah, but that's good.
Hopefully, you got a Home Depot credit card.
Yeah,
or something. I don't know.
But I think it's a really good, or almost like a privilege, that you have like an artist that actually syncs perfectly with you in order, because that's like in many cases, it's like really difficult to find such artists or people who work on music to actually have that kind of bond or with the producer. So that's really good.
For sure,
it feels nice too. I bet.
Yeah.
I bet that brought a whole other kind of. It was probably fun to work with on a project with people who are like, and they just got it.
Yeah, definitely. That they get it into, and even when and that everyone's so into it and so enthusiastic about it that they're even doing like random things for free. You know what I mean? Just because they love it so much. So it's it's definitely very lucky of me to have found these people.
So if you were to going forward, depending on how good this does and stuff, I don't know, would you ever consider bringing them on as like full time in your thing? Or?
I mean, if I were to make a game like this again, definitely. But the issue for me is my long-term plan is I have a lot of really different kinds of games I want to make. If I may be so pretentious, I want to be almost like a Kubrick of games, or he has something in every completely different genre, you know what I mean? So even with my next game, I already know that I want to try transitioning into 3D for something. And so it's a case where, like, I don't know, like with Amanda, for example, she could maybe do like concept art for me. And I would definitely see myself reaching out to her if I, ever need some kind of like 2D art like that again. But yeah, I guess my issue is just that on a case-by-case basis for each game might not be like
whoever fits the mold.
Yeah, I might not have the same skill sets again, and so it just might not really make sense, unfortunately. But yeah,
it's understandable.
Yeah. I think it's really exciting.
Now I'm kind of sad.
Yeah.
Are you sad because there's no sequel?
Yeah, I was also thinking about the sequel or the DLC for this.
What if this game's really good though?
Yeah, no, sequel. I'm very like, unless I plan it from the beginning for some reason to have a sequel, I'm I feel like I'm someone where I'm almost never going to make a sequel to anything. I want to kind of now. To be fair, if it's like something super successful, and then there's someone I really trust who wants to take that and try to make whatever. A prelude to the game, because I think with the way I've written the story, it would have to be probably like, I don't know, maybe like a game where you play as Genyu and he's younger, something like that could make sense. But yeah, I would only consider something like that where it's like someone who I know is good, and maybe I'll give them the rights and they can do it while I go off and do all the I only have one lifetime, right? I got so limited time and so many ideas, so
I only got so much to do.
Yeah. I also don't, honestly, with a game like this too, I feel like it's kind of so straightforward. I don't even know what I would do in a sequel other than it would just be kind of like more of the same. And I'm really interested in trying like a lot of different things too. So
yeah, I could see both sides of it, because I only just playing the demo. Like I said, I was really just like enjoying it. I could see people just really loving these characters.
Yeah, I had, I was going to mention when you guys were talking about something like related to this before, but when my trailer got posted by Game Trailers or something, like one of the top comments was, now I want to see the anime of these characters.
Hey, Netflix!
My voice actor was like all excited too. The guy who plays Jones, he was all just like, "Oh, we could get a show, man. Like, bring me in. I want to do the voice acting for the character on the show."
Do it.
And then, if you need any other voice acting, I know a voice actor.
Oh god! I mean, I have a whole bunch of characters I need to cast for the full version. So,
I get that janitor, right? Why, Zach?
Oh yeah, that's my thing though. But yeah, I have this running thing that I want a janitor to be in all kinds of games. Just always cleaning up the mess, just randomly, just
cleaning up the corpses, dead bodies.
I mean,
like after your dude murders everybody, comes in, he's like, "Rough day, huh?" Just starts mopping up the blood. He's like,
"No, it's like that.
You did a good job, son."
Yeah, it's like that John Wick movie when he kill everybody and he just call somebody and get him a gold coin and start cleaning the bodies.
Yeah.
There is a top-down game that's kind of like that. I never played it. I wanted to get into it, called Serial Cleaners.
Oh yeah, I heard about that
They
one.
come in and they clean up murder scenes, but then the cops come too, and so you got to hide from them.
Yeah, I heard about
that. Isn't there like Viscera Cleaning Detail or something like that? Isn't that like a whole series of games that are literally just that?
Yeah, there's a couple of games, but this one was a top-down, the serial cleaner one.
Yeah, that sounds a little bit different. Yeah, the Viscera one, I think they have even like branded ones, like where they teamed up with some AAA like violent game, and then it's like they have different versions of it, and you go into the levels and clean up after the bloodbath.
It's funny though.
and remember, like of our earlier shows, I think there's a game called The Were Cleaners or something, where the guy who turns into werewolf and then he eats these people and then he has to clean it so that other people don't. I think it was like
what was the name of that game?
I think it's like Were Cleaners or something. It was made by students at this one university. I forget.
It's free to play, right?
It was free to play. I remember that game. All of a sudden, it's like cleaning dead bodies.
The Were Cleaner.
Yeah, the Were Cleaner.
It's in my library and I've never played it. Oh, I am such a jerk.
The world.
Is it like
I have to play it. It's not. It's free. It's in my library.
I know.
Do you have a plan?
It's another one like that though. Sorry, George.
No, go ahead.
You is the one that I love. I love, and a lot of people didn't really take to it as much as I did. But the one where you're a vacuum killing people, you're a Roomba, trying to protect a family. And they rob them, and you just are murdering people. And you can short circuit like ceiling fans. They come down and drop on people and electrocute them. And then
what kind of game are you playing, Zach?
it's literally called. It's called like what is the name of it?
Oh gosh, you have a weird game. But do you have?
Oh, the name is called Roombo First Blood.
Okay, we'll take note of it.
Yeah.
But Matt, do you have a release date planned out for the full
game? Originally I was really hoping for early 2026. I was like March would be my ideal, but realistically it's probably going to end up like a month or two after that, at least I'm going to guess. But still, 2026 sometime. Probably most likely the first half.
First half, okay.
That's the best I can say.
Okay.
I want it now. I'm sure. No, but it is really good. Like, I really liked it. I really liked it. I was
Thank
like,
you.
oh my
Glad you
god,
liked
it's like somebody took all the things I love about samurai movies and murder and slapped them in one game.
And do you have like an estimated game time for this game?
Well, so the
Playtime?
demo is probably
Really
a
long.
little less than a sixth of the full game of what I have planned out. So, I mean, I guess it depends a
Jeez.
little on how you play it, like how good you are. But I feel like right now, the normal difficulty level, the average play time is something like 35, 40 minutes. So I guess it would be like, what's that, like 240 minutes? So like 4 hours or so, I think. And I think if you're probably playing on the harder difficulty, it's probably going to be like 6, 8 hours.
That's a good question too. Is like with the character, I noticed that there's different ways you can answer. Does that affect anything in the game, or is that just?
It does, yeah. It's somewhat basic right now in the demo. Although even in the demo, there are actually a few different outcomes that can happen with certain interactions with characters, like different dialogues that you might get with them that you don't normally get unless you specifically chose each. Because like each of the dialogue, the idea behind it, each dialogue choice represents like a different personality. And so my idea going into it is that I want it to be like you develop your relationship with the characters based on how you're acting and how you're responding to them. And then they'll talk to you differently or treat you differently as you progress through the game based on that. And then sometimes, it'll just resolve. Mostly it's largely going to be superficial in terms of just like changing how your conversations go. I do plan on having like at least a couple major decisions you make that will actually change the plot line. But yeah, that's the idea right now. And in fact, in the demo right now, whether or not you can pet Spike in the bar is dependent on what kind of personality you have. So that's one example of that.
He just doesn't like bullshit.
Yeah.
I'd be Spike if I was a dog. I don't like BS. So you can only pet me if you're cool.
Super cool.
I don't know where that was a weird thing. Yeah.
I think is it gonna be is it gonna have a multiple ending for the game, or is it just like one?
I currently have 2 different endings in mind. I want to, because I want there to be, I mentioned like the 1 or 2 actual real decisions you make. And so I prefer to, I feel like especially with indie games, it's really hard to do this because the second you add a decision, you now potentially branch the story off into a whole direction, and you've just like multiplied or quadrupled your, number of dialogue options and everything that you have to do and the content and all that. So it's not really realistic. And most of the time, the differences in the choices you make are like, they're pretty trivial, and the game usually turns out the same way. So instead, I wanted to try something where most of your decisions are just the conversational stuff, but have just like 1 or 2 that are actually really significant decisions that will actually branch the plot into a completely different potential direction. So for that, I have 2 different endings planned based on like the decision you make at this crucial point. And I want to kind of like build the plot up to that moment where you make that decision. So that's the plan for now. We'll see how it works out.
Awesome. All right.
100%. I like it.
Yeah, I actually like it because, having 2 different endings would make you kind of think about, the answers that you give out, like rather than like just clicking. So sometimes that happens.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest with you, sometimes I do like having, like if I'm really into a game, having like another ending to go for, especially if I feel like I played through the game, it was super dope, but I'm like, what could happen if I went this route? You know what I mean? So one of the games I actually just played, it was like, I think like $5, but it was like a pretty big game when it first came out. It was an indie game. I think that I have one more ending to go to because when the monster is about to murder you, it gives you options. Like you can either save yourself and do what it says and doom the world, or, doom the world and get murdered. Of course I doomed myself, but, like now knowing that, like it's been on my brain the whole time to go back in and figure out like was there like what's the other happens if I would have done the other thing. And it's a really short game, so it didn't really bother me. I think it's called The Last Report. I don't know if you guys have heard of it, but this is a pretty good game. But I could see that with your game, especially with you having. I think there was like 3 options every time. There's like the nice one, there was the
red
butt kiss one, and then the one that was like
in
red.
the middle, like blue, I think it was like green, blue, and red or something. I forget the actual colors, but it feels like
there was a lot to it.
Do you have I mean, I know this is probably you haven't thought of this yet, but like, do you have any like price range that you want to release the game with, or?
Yeah, I was going to go for the range that these games usually release at, which is like $15-20.
15 to $20. That's good. I think. I think that's a good price. I think setting the price tag is also a very difficult decision because you can't take it back and you can't like just edit it like you edit whatever. But especially for indie games, if it's too expensive, people are gonna be like, oh, I don't want to pay this much game to indie games. But at the same time, if you think about it, like all these big AAA titles are gonna be like $80-$90 now. I think some of them I'll bet like GTA 6 is gonna be like $100, so people will still buy it. So that's crazy. So yeah.
Speaking of the, I was just going to say about the like multiple playthroughs thing is that was kind of what I had in mind with that, is just having like the one decision that drastically changes it to make it really obvious that something completely different can happen and to incentivize people to play again. And also the reason why I have with the upgrade screen in the demo, it's not obvious right now, but I wanted to have like 2 completely different paths of these upgrades that you can pick from. And then if you want to unlock them all, you have to play through the game a second time. So that was kind of my plan with that.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. I think it's kind of like time to wrap up things.
No.
Do you guys have any other questions, Zach and Anthony? You want to ask?
I'm sad
you wanted
now.
to ask? Yeah, we're always sad because we meet all these awesome indie game devs and then we have to say goodbye.
Try to make the game good fast, okay?
What?
What? Those are 2 very contradicting stuff.
Yeah, I know. I just
like
enjoyed playing it so much.
motivate.
I was like, oh my God, this is fun as hell. So knowing that we have the demo, it's like, when you take a nibble or something, you're like, that's really good. But then someone's like, but it's mine. You're like, son of a...
Well, the demo will be updated at some point because when we get close to release, I'd like to do the next fest. And so for that, I was thinking I was going to add a level like one from like the second act and one from the third act to show off the different environments and like the way the music changes and all that stuff, and the enemies as well, most importantly. So there'll be something to look out for.
With your thing, like I thought your demo was pretty good. Like it was really long. So
thank you. Yeah. I tried to make something that felt like a complete package to impress people.
We should definitely add some Easter eggs.
Yes.
Yeah.
Breaking the leg.
Yeah.
Well, breaking the leg, but it could be like other stuff, other little references.
Or if somebody can't figure out that they got to go back out of the house, just have the guy randomly go, "Hey, you okay there? Like, what you doing in there, man? Like, you still there?"
I did throw in right now. There is, I don't know if anyone finds it because this is like I think you need to do certain dialogue choices to get it, but I did throw in like a direct quote from Cowboy Bebop. That's like one of the more famous quotes from the show. So I have little things like that. And Spike, I mean, the dog, I named him after that too. So there's like little references like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think there's some room for some cool stuff.
Yeah.
It's pretty dope.
Yeah.
I gotta say, I'm excited.
Yeah. We're all excited.
Yeah, and I say that to a lot of people, but I'm really, really excited for yours.
Nice. Appreciate it.
I just was like, man, this is pretty dope. And then I was like, well, yeah. I almost expected you to be a samurai when you came on today or something.
Yeah.
Like a costume.
You'd have worn a mask.
Oh,
yeah. Or like, just a half demon mask. Like, so, how's things? Yeah. Okay.
Do you have anything? Go ahead, Anthony.
I was gonna say, Zach, do you want to interview a samurai?
There's not a whole lot left. Actually,
I mean,
in real life.
you never know. You never know.
Have you seen when they do the samurai contest where they got to kneel and chop the bamboo?
Yeah,
because they do that every year.
Yeah,
I watched a lot of whiffers. Okay, it kind of made me a little sad because I remember the movies. One dude he nailed it, but it was like a lot of people before him. They're like thunk, and I was like, yeah, okay.
Well, it's
Yeah.
because of the sword quality, so they have to make it
Oh.
correctly.
Okay, we'll.
I do love the whole, well, what they tell us the samurai life was like. There's some
Yeah.
history about samurai that people don't get
So
into.
next time we have a samurai as a guest, we'll have Matt as a guest, so that we can actually talk about the real samurai. But Matt, do you have anything you wanted to add to the fans or people that you want to play your game?
I was actually just thinking to give a quick shout out also to my animator Maria and to my sound designer, sound effects guy Lorenzo, since I didn't mention them yet. And David is the voice actor for Jones as well. And yeah, I don't know. I think that's pretty much it. If people want to see some of my wacky personality, they can check out my YouTube channel. I post pretty frequently, very frequently right now. I also have a TikTok. Actually, I'm on like every social media platform. So
that's
if you look
awesome.
me up anywhere, you can follow along if you're interested in that.
I'll only be able to look at you until March of next year.
March of next year, question,
On TikTok,
mark.
on YouTube, I'll be able to see it forever. But on TikTok, it's
Yeah.
only American creators after March. So
Yeah.
Oh, really? Oh, I didn't know that.
So if you lose a bunch of people watching you in March, it's because
I thought they're not turning that back around. I thought that was.
No, he's right. It's actually coming.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I thought
so.
that would be
It's just
happening.
banned. Is this going to be banned in the U.S.?
So in
No, it's just
September,
gonna
there's
be
another version of TikTok coming
2.0.
out called M2 or something like that. And then in March of next year, the old version will go away and it's going to be only American-based creators. So extremely boring, you know?
And you know, like from Canada, I can't even access that.
I don't know. I don't know how it's going to work.
Actually,
to be honest with you.
I don't know. I mean, you can always use a VPN.
I guess.
I like YouTube better right now, anyways. Even though just because you can find shit on YouTube, so that was the only thing I was really worried about. So
that sucks. I was just starting to get a little traction on TikTok too.
Well, actually, I mean, you can still post.
I got till March.
I think TikTok is still going to be itself outside of America. I think it's going to be worldwide still. Yeah, I don't think. I think it's going to be like, you know how some people split their companies so they can get more money or whatever. I'm not sure how that works.
I don't think it'll be affected in Korea. So, but anyways,
George will still watch you.
Yeah, I'll watch you. But if you haven't already or wishlisted or played the game, go wishlist Six Samurai and play the demo. Like he said, it's about like an hour or less than an hour or 40 or 45 minutes.
Most people now, like 30, 40 minutes. Most people
30, 40 minutes of good samurai action. So go enjoy that and wishlist the game. And yeah, thank you so much for coming, Matt.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, let's we'll try what?
He was awesome.
He is awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Wish you good luck, and we'll try to reach out to you when it's close to release day, so we can talk more about it.
Sounds good.
All right.
Awesome. Thanks.
Thank you everyone for coming, and goodbye, everyone, watchers.
Depressing. It's always depressing. I can't handle this anymore. It's destroying me.
Yeah, he's gonna cry.
I can't help it if I have a high emotional IQ, dang it. Okay.